In the vast expanse of the Orion Arm, the Earth ship Odyssey charted a course through uncharted space. Though small in stature compared to the behemoth vessels of established interstellar powers, the Odyssey stood as a testament to human ingenuity and the unyielding spirit of exploration that propelled humanity to the stars. Captain Tara Jameson, a seasoned commander with piercing blue eyes that reflected her intellect and determination, stood on the bridge of her ship. Her crew, an eclectic mix of brilliant scientists, skilled engineers, and adaptable pilots, worked diligently at their stations, their chatter filling the air with a sense of purpose and camaraderie. As the Odyssey ventured deeper into unknown territory, long-range sensors detected an anomaly. Tara furrowed her brow, studying the data streaming across the holographic display. "What do we have here?" she murmured, her curiosity piqued. Ensign Mikhail Petrov, the ship's navigator, looked up from his console. "Captain, it appears to be an artificially constructed object, possibly a space station or a ship of immense size." Tara's lips curved into a smile. "Then let's take a closer look, shall we?" As the Odyssey approached the anomaly, the crew collectively held their breath, marveling at the sight before them. A colossal space station, easily dwarfing the largest human-made structures, hung in the void. Its sleek, angular design spoke of advanced technology far beyond humanity's current capabilities. Tara leaned forward in her chair, her eyes narrowing. "Hail them, Lieutenant Zhang. Let's introduce ourselves to our new neighbors." Lieutenant Mai Zhang, the communications officer, nodded and opened a channel. "Unknown vessel, this is the Earth ship Odyssey. We come in peace, seeking to establish friendly contact and learn about your civilization." Seconds ticked by intense silence before a deep, resonant voice filled the bridge. "Earth ship Odyssey, you have entered the sovereign territory of the Zorgan Empire. Your presence here is an affront to our authority. Identify yourselves and state your intentions." Tara exchanged glances with her first officer, Commander Liam Anderson, a tall, broad-shouldered man with a calm demeanor. She stood, straightening her uniform. "This is Captain Tara Jameson of the Odyssey. We are explorers from the planet Earth, on a mission of peaceful discovery. We meant no disrespect by entering your territory uninvited." The Zorgan's response was swift and laced with disdain. "Your ignorance is no excuse, Captain Jameson. The Zorgan Empire spans countless star systems, and our technology is unrivaled. You will submit to our authority or face the consequences of your insolence." Tara's jaw clenched, her eyes flashing with defiance. "With all due respect, we are an independent species with our own laws and customs. We have no intention of submitting to anyone's authority without proper dialogue and understanding." The Zorgan's voice grew colder, carrying an unmistakable threat. "You dare defy us, human. You have no comprehension of the power you face. This is your final warning. Submit or be destroyed." As the communication abruptly ended, Tara turned to her crew, her expression resolute. "It seems we've stumbled upon an empire with a superiority complex, but we won't be intimidated into submission. We'll stand our ground and show them what humanity is made of." With tensions rising and the specter of conflict looming on the horizon, the crew of the Odyssey braced themselves for the challenges ahead. They knew that the fate of their mission, and perhaps the future of humanity itself, hinged on their ability to navigate this treacherous new frontier. In the heart of the Zorgan Empire, the ruling council convened in a grand chamber adorned with symbols of their might. The Zorgan leaders, tall and imposing figures with sharp, angular features and piercing golden eyes, gathered around a circular table, their expressions grim. High Counselor Xalak, the most influential among them, stood at the head of the table. His voice echoed through the chamber, his words laced with contempt. "The audacity of these humans knows no bounds. They dare to enter our territory, and then refuse to submit to our authority." Counselor Zara, known for her cunning and ruthless tactics, spoke up. "They are a primitive species, High Counselor. Surely they pose no real threat to our empire." Tehiluk's eyes narrowed. Primitive or not, their defiance cannot be tolerated. It sets a dangerous precedent. If we allow one species to challenge us, others may follow. We must crush this rebellion swiftly and decisively. The council members nodded in agreement, their faces etched with determination. Zelok turned to the holographic display at the center of the table, summoned the human captain. We will give them one final chance to submit, or they will face the full wrath of the Zorgan Empire. Back on the Odyssey, Captain Tara Jameson stood on the bridge, her crew working tirelessly to analyze the data they had gathered on the Zorgans. The tension in the air was palpable, as everyone knew that the next encounter with the alien empire could determine their fate. Suddenly, the view screen flickered to life, revealing the imposing figure of High Counselor Xalok. His golden eyes bore into Tara's, his expression one of cold disdain. Captain Jameson, you have been summoned to hear the ultimatum of the Zorgan Empire. Tara stood tall, her chin raised defiantly. We're listening, High Counselor. Xalok's voice boomed through the bridge. Your species has two options. Submit to Zorgan rule, relinquish your technology, and serve as our loyal subjects, or face the consequences of your defiance and be annihilated. You have one Earth day to make your decision. Tara's crew exchanged uneasy glances, the weight of the ultimatum hanging heavy in the air. But Tara remained steadfast, her resolve unwavering. High Counselor Xalok, we appreciate the gravity of your ultimatum, but we cannot in good conscience submit to your rule without understanding your intentions and the basis for your claim of authority over us. Xalok's eyes flashed with anger. You dare question our authority. The Zorgan Empire has conquered countless worlds and brought order to the chaos of the galaxy. Your compliance is not a matter of choice, but of survival. Tara met his gaze unflinchingly. With all due respect, High Counselor, we have faced challenges and adversities before. We will not be intimidated into submission. We stand united as a species, ready to defend our freedom and our way of life. The Zorgan Council members murmured amongst themselves, taken aback by the human captain's defiance. Xalok's face contorted with rage. Then you have sealed your fate, Captain Jameson. Prepare to face the consequences of your foolish pride. As the transmission ended abruptly, Tara turned to her crew, her expression resolute. We knew this moment would come. The Zorgans underestimate our strength and our determination. We will not go down without a fight. Commander Liam Anderson stepped forward, his voice steady. We're with you, Captain. Every member of this crew is ready to stand up for humanity, no matter the odds. Tara nodded, a flicker of pride in her eyes. Then let's show the Zorgans what we're made of. We may be outmatched in terms of technology, but we have something they lack, the indomitable human spirit. And that, my friends, is our greatest weapon. As the crew of the Odyssey prepared for the inevitable confrontation, they knew that the fate of humanity rested on their shoulders. They were the first line of defense against an empire that sought to subjugate them, and they would not yield without a fight. The Zorgan Armada emerged from hyperspace, their sleek, angular ships bristling with advanced weaponry. The Odyssey, dwarfed by the imposing fleet, stood alone in the vast expanse of space, a solitary beacon of human defiance. On the bridge of the Odyssey, Captain Tara Jameson took her seat, her face a mask of determination. Red alert. All hands to battle stations, she commanded, her voice steady and unwavering. The crew sprang into action, their movements precise and purposeful. Engineers monitored the ship's systems, ensuring that every component was operating at peak efficiency. Tactical officers manned their stations, ready to deploy the Odyssey's limited but highly advanced weaponry. Tara turned to her first officer, Commander Liam Anderson. Liam, we need to outsmart them. Brute force won't win this battle. Liam nodded, his eyes focused on the tactical display. Agreed, Captain. We'll have to rely on our agility and quick thinking. As the Zorgan ships closed in, their weapons charging with an ominous glow, Tara addressed her crew. This is it, everyone. The moment we've been preparing for. The Zorgans may have superior technology, but we have something they don't. The ingenuity and resilience of the human spirit. Let's show them what we're made of. The crew responded with a resounding cheer, their determination palpable in the air. The first volley of Zorgan fire rocked the Odyssey, the ship's shields straining under the onslaught. But the human vessel held firm, its advanced shielding technology absorbing the brunt of the attack. Terra's eyes narrowed, her mind racing. Helm, execute evasive pattern Delta 6. Tactical, target their weapon systems with precision strikes. The Odyssey danced through the enemy fire, its agility and maneuverability catching the Zorgans off guard. The human ship wove between the larger vessels, its weapons finding weak points in the Zorgans' defenses and striking with surgical precision. The Zorgan ships faltered, their weapons systems compromised by the Odyssey's relentless assault. Confusion and frustration rippled through their ranks as they struggled to adapt to the humans' unconventional tactics. High Counselor Xalok, observing the battle from his flagship, slammed his fist against the armrest of his command chair. Impossible. How can a primitive species outmaneuver our superior technology? Counselor Zara, standing beside him, spoke through gritted teeth. They are using their size and agility to their advantage. High Counselor, our ships are not designed for such close-quarters combat. Xalok's eyes blazed with fury. Then adapt. Crush them with overwhelming force. But even as the Zorgan ships regrouped and intensified their assault, the Odyssey continued to evade and strike, its crew working in perfect synchronicity. Terra's tactical brilliance, combined with the skill and determination of her crew, rendered the Zorgans' technological advantage moot. Explosions blossomed across the Zorgan fleet as the Odyssey's weapons found their marks, crippling several of the larger ships. The once proud armada, reduced to disarray, began to retreat, their confidence shattered by the unthinkable defeat at the hands of a single human vessel. On the bridge of the Odyssey, the crew erupted in cheers, their faces beaming with pride and relief. Terra leaned back in her chair, a smile tugging at the corners of her lips. Well done, everyone. We've shown the Zorgans that humanity is not to be underestimated. Commander Liam Anderson grinned, his eyes shining with admiration. That was some incredible flying, Captain. The Zorgans never saw it coming. Terra nodded, her expression growing thoughtful. This is just the beginning, Liam. The Zorgans will not take this defeat lightly. We've won the battle, but the war is far from over. As the Odyssey set a course to rendezvous with the nearest human outpost, the crew knew that their victory, while significant, was only the first step in a much larger struggle. The Zorgan Empire, humiliated and enraged, would undoubtedly seek retribution. But for now, the humans savored their triumph, a testament to their resilience and the unbreakable spirit that had carried them to the stars. News of the Odyssey's stunning victory against the Zorgan Armada spread like wildfire across the galaxy. On planets long oppressed by the Zorgan Empire, whispers of rebellion began to stir, the seeds of hope taking root in the hearts of the subjugated masses. On the planet Zephyria, a world of towering crystalline spires and floating cities, the Zephyrian resistance gathered in secret, their eyes alight with newfound determination. Lyra, a young Zephyrian with fiery red hair and piercing green eyes, addressed the assembled rebels, her voice ringing with conviction. For generations, we have lived under the yoke of Zorgan oppression, our spirits crushed, our dreams shattered, but no more. Lyra's words echoed through the hidden chamber, igniting the fires of rebellion in the hearts of her compatriots. The humans have shown us that the Zorgans are not invincible. They have proven that courage and ingenuity can triumph over brute force and advanced technology. The rebels cheered, their voices rising in a chorus of defiance. Lyra's eyes shone with a fierce determination. We will rise up and reclaim our world, our freedom, and our dignity. The Zorgans will learn that the spirit of Zephyria cannot be broken. Similar scenes played out on countless worlds across the Zorgan Empire as the oppressed races drew strength from the Odyssey's example. The once unshakable foundations of Zorgan rule began to crack, the whispers of rebellion growing into a deafening roar. Captain Tara Jameson, now hailed as a hero and a symbol of resistance, knew that the fight was far from over. The Odyssey, having rendezvoused with a larger human fleet, prepared to strike at the heart of the Zorgan Empire. In a secure communication channel, Tara addressed the leaders of the various rebel factions. "We stand on the brink of a new era, one where the people of the galaxy are free from Zorgan tyranny. But we cannot do this alone. We need your strength, your knowledge, and your unwavering commitment to the cause of freedom." The rebel leaders, their faces etched with determination, pledged their support to the human cause. Lyra, speaking on behalf of the Zephyrian resistance, spoke with fervor. "The Zephyrian people stand with you, Captain Jameson. Together, we will strike a blow against the Zorgans that they will never forget." As the alliance between the humans and the rebel forces grew, the Zorgan Empire found itself beset on all sides. The rebel forces launched coordinated strikes against key Zorgan installations, sabotaging supply lines and disrupting communication networks. The once unassailable empire began to crumble from within, its grip on power weakening with each passing day. High Counselor Xalok, desperate to regain control, deployed his most ruthless and loyal forces to crush the rebellion. But the rebels, armed with the knowledge and tactics shared by the humans, proved to be a formidable foe. They struck swiftly and decisively, evading Zorgan retaliation and leaving chaos in their wake. Tara and her crew, alongside the human fleet, provided critical support to the rebel forces. They engaged Zorgan ships in fierce battles, drawing their attention away from the rebel strikes and providing a rallying point for the resistance. As the rebellion gained momentum, the people of the galaxy began to see a glimmer of hope on the horizon. The once unshakable Zorgan Empire, now beset by internal strife and external pressure, teetered on the brink of collapse. In a desperate bid to turn the tide, High Counselor Xalok unleashed a devastating weapon, a planet killer capable of obliterating entire worlds. The rebels and their human allies raced against time to destroy the weapon before it could be used to cow the galaxy into submission once more. In a daring raid, Captain Tara Jameson led a strike team deep into Zorgan territory, infiltrating the heavily guarded facility housing the planet killer. The team, comprised of the Odyssey's finest and the most skilled rebel fighters, battled their way through legions of Zorgan defenders, their determination and courage fueling their every step. As they reached the heart of the facility, Tara and her team confronted High Counselor Xalok himself, the fate of the galaxy hanging in the balance. In a fierce and desperate struggle, the rebels and humans emerged victorious, destroying the planet killer and capturing the once mighty Zorgan leader. With Xalok's fall and the destruction of their ultimate weapon, the Zorgan Empire crumbled, its hold on the galaxy shattered beyond repair. The subjugated races, now free from the yoke of oppression, celebrated their hard-won liberation, their voices raised in triumphant chorus. In the aftermath of the Zorgan Empire's collapse, the galaxy entered a new era of hope and unity. The once subjugated races, now free from the shackles of oppression, looked to the future with renewed optimism, their spirits soaring with the promise of a brighter tomorrow. On the planet Zephyria, Lyra and her fellow rebels worked tirelessly to rebuild their shattered world, their efforts fueled by the unbreakable bonds of camaraderie forged in the crucible of war. The floating cities, once symbols of Zorgan dominion, now stood as beacons of freedom and resilience, a testament to the indomitable spirit of the Zephyrian people. Across the galaxy, similar scenes of reconstruction and renewal played out on countless worlds. The former slave races, guided by the wisdom and support of their human allies, embarked on the long and arduous journey of healing and growth, their hearts filled with the determination to create a better future for generations to come. Captain Tara Jameson and her crew, hailed as heroes and liberators, continued their mission of exploration and diplomacy, fostering cooperation and understanding among the diverse peoples of the galaxy. The Odyssey, now a symbol of hope and unity, traversed the stars, its presence a reminder of the unbreakable spirit that had brought the galaxy together. As the years passed, the alliance between the humans and the former slave races grew stronger, built on a foundation of mutual respect, trust, and shared purpose. Together, they faced the challenges of a galaxy in transition, their combined strength and wisdom guiding them through the uncharted waters of a new era. In the grand halls of the newly formed Galactic Assembly, representatives from countless worlds gathered to forge a new path forward, their voices united in the pursuit of peace, prosperity, and progress. Among them stood Tara Jameson and Lyra, now leaders in their own right, their unwavering commitment to the ideals of freedom and justice an inspiration to all who looked to them for guidance. As the assembly convened, Tara took to the podium, her voice ringing with the conviction born of hard-fought battles and unshakable belief. We stand here today, united by a common purpose, a shared vision of a galaxy where every being, regardless of species or origin, is free to pursue their dreams and reach for the stars. The assembled representatives erupted in applause, their hearts swelling with the promise of a brighter future. Tara continued, her eyes shining with unwavering resolve. The road ahead is long and fraught with challenges, but together we will face them head-on, our strength and determination unbreakable. For in unity there is power, and in the face of adversity, we will rise, stronger and more resilient than ever before. As the Galactic Assembly set forth on its mission to build a new era of peace and cooperation, the people of the galaxy looked to the stars with renewed hope and purpose. The legacy of the Odyssey and the indomitable human spirit that had defied the odds and brought about a new dawn would endure, a shining beacon of inspiration for generations to come. And so, the galaxy embarked on a new chapter, the once oppressed races and their human allies standing side by side, united in their determination to create a future where the light of freedom and justice would shine brightly, illuminating the path to a brighter tomorrow.